This is the Impulsive Thinker Podcast, a show for high-achieving ADHD entrepreneurs. Together, we will inform and educate you about how to improve your self-awareness while developing systems, routines, and habits for conquering the entrepreneurial world. Here is your host, Andre Brisson.
Hey there, this week we were talking to Dr. Alexandria Phillipson, and we're talking about Dialectical Behavioral Therapy and ADHD, also known as DBT. And I guess I got a little verklempt there, and there's a couple of realizations I made during that conversation. Is one, I never realized that it was a realization, and the other one was I didn't really spend much time on it when I realized a while back, and that really hit me, like starting to like myself again, even to the point of loving myself, where I realized I never did. I might have acted that way because I'm very self-assured, and I think that was misinterpreted as being confident and having a good self-image of myself. And just the fact that DBT validated what I was feeling, it was the first time someone actually told me, you have the right to be pissed off. You have the right to be sad. You have the right to not feel good about that. Now, let's learn how to communicate that to people in an assertive way. Sorry, I'm not getting choked up because I'm talking about this. Again, it's just, I just finished 2 interviews and my throat's getting a bit raw. But in the end, I learned skills on how to assertively communicate why I don't feel this way. And it gave me a vocabulary and a clarity and understanding that maybe you are not the right person to be around. Maybe this is not the right environment for me to continue to hang on. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, especially a lot of people in my group, it had to do with family. And the one thing I learned, I remember someone talked to me about, we were talking about what was the one lesson you wish you would have known when you were a kid. And what came to me was, the one thing I would have loved to know as a kid is that family is not only blood. Family is anyone who is there for you and will support you no matter what. So a lot of us have struggles with our own family, that we've been raised to say that we should do whatever is demanded of you and you should be abused, be it physical, emotional, whatever, sexually. You just got to take it because it's family, in the fact that they're not reciprocating that same thing to you. So it's very tough to realize the environment around you is not healthy. And it's even more difficult when it's your frickin' family that was supposed to be there to love you and care for you and support you. It's a tough decision call, but we got to take care of our mental health. We got to take care of ourselves first, because if people don't want to respect that, the ones who want you to stay normal or the same as they were so they can abuse you and manipulate you, they're not in it for you. You have to stand up for yourself. Take care of yourself. They may love you. I believe that people love you, but the way they treat you is not correct. You do not have the right to stay there. You don't have the right. They don't have the right to demand you stay there. No one has the right to tell you to put it up because it's family, because it's whatever. You have the right to be happy. You have the right to love yourself. You have the right to do what you want to do and do it with the right people around you. They are there. It took me 20 years to believe there's people around in the world that wants me to succeed. DBT gave me that. DBT gave me the starting point to start loving myself, to start liking myself. And I only got to that point a few weeks ago, and I took DBT during COVID. So that's like 3 years ago I took it. You learn the skills, but ultimately it was the validation that my feelings, the way I felt, was okay to feel them, and I had the right to feel them. The way I was expressing them was not healthy. It was not proper, but I was at the end of my rope. Anyone will have emotional dysregulation if they're at the end of their fucking rope. Why are you exploding? Because you've had enough. No one's listening. Everyone's telling you it doesn't matter. Of course you're going to explode. But DBT taught me how to express it and to talk about it assertively and then set up boundaries and to communicate those boundaries. And if people don't want to respect the boundaries, you provide them in an assertive manner, discussion on how that they don't want to respect it. Therefore, I'm not around. It's not easy. It's difficult, especially when it's your family. But in the end, you got to take care of yourself. And it's the right thing to do. Some will come around, some will come and respect you later, come back, might own up to it. Maybe you'll never talk to them again. But to if you want to keep staying in that negative environment, you're the one suffering. You're the one that's sacrificing something. You're the one, it's at your expense, and it's got to stop. So, if you have the opportunity to take DBT and you're having a lot of mental health challenges and struggles, or you don't know how to set up boundaries and assertively communicate it, and no one's validating your feelings or whatnot around you, try to find DBT if you can. CBT is important, but for me, DBT was transformational. But like I said in the discussion with Dr. Alexandra Phillipson I wasn't ready a year before. At that time, I was ready because I needed change and I wanted change and I was willing to do the hard work. They were asking me some really difficult questions I had to honestly answer. And if you got a good therapist, they know when you're bullshitting them. So I was really happy I was able to talk to Dr. Alexandra Phillipson about DBT. It's something I wanted you guys to get in my experience and the value of it. And it's very important that we keep going and working on our mental health, because if we don't take care of our mental health first, it doesn't matter what your physical health is, your body's not working well. And you are important. You are important to yourself. There are people around you that consider you important and consider you to be important to the point that you can do what you want and not shit on you. So get yourself in the right environment. Surround yourself by the right people. This is the start of 2024. Please, can you promise me that you're going to try and change the people around you to it's the right supporting people, and that this year you're going to conserve your energy, surround yourself with the right energy, with the right people, because you deserve it. You deserve it. Hey, it's me. Is your workspace overwhelming, full of distractions, hard to focus? Some people call it a mess. Well, I can help. Go to tacticalbts.com/ADHD Safe Workspace and learn about my new course, the ADHD Safe Workspace, where I will help you regain control of your workspace and reduce your overwhelm and increase your focus. Again, tacticalbts.com/ADHD Safe Workspace. Check it out.
Thank you for listening to the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, please visit theimpulsivethinker.com. The Impulsive Thinker podcast is produced by Tactical Breakthroughs and hosted by Andre Brisson. Remember, ADHD is only a part of you, not all of you.